Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with another video here, another Atlanta United kind of video. I wanted to show you guys what I'm doing right now, I guess, with FIFA since I'm not really uploading. I'm actually playing a kind of warm-up career mode with Atlanta United in FIFA. If you guys want to know how I did this, it is by using a Brazilian team. They wear red and black, and the first three letters in their name are ATL, obviously for Atletico, but in terms of ATL, it just kind of made sense, I guess, a little bit more. So as you guys are going to see, I actually have the majority of the team. Villalba, 80 rated. He's currently injured in my team, but it is what it is. If you're looking at the team and you're noticing one big player missing, it's actually Almiron. And it's because I just sold him in the last window. I just finished one season. I simulated the majority of it because I didn't really think about how long it was going to take for Atlanta United to get in the game. So I just went ahead and simulated the season. I wanted to see how some of the players would grow. And, I wanted to get some other players in. So as you see, Almiron, we actually sold him to Valencia for 25 million, which is really good business for a 79 rated player. Realistically, he will grow a little bit more by the time, he peaks, I guess you could say. That 91 acceleration, it was incredible for us in our previous season. I'm going to show you what the last season looked like. Overall, our record transfer fee that we paid was actually $5 million, and that was for Joseph Martinez to bring him into the club. I tried to get Carmona in the last window because I actually had just started playing again, like right at the end of the window, just a couple days ago, and really just tried to get Carmona in. Tried to get Martinez in, and a few other players, as you guys saw. We had to run for the playoffs last year, managed to do that, and actually got all the way to the finals. And then in the cup, we ended up getting knocked out in the first round in the quarterfinal. So it is what it is. It kind of sucked to lose right there at the final, but the signings we made definitely helped us to get there, because at the start of the season we really didn't do that well. As you guys saw, 14 losses in that season and 10 draws. I mean, it wasn't that great of a season, but we managed to get to the playoffs, and that's all that really mattered, and it got us there. We're going to play a couple games in this episode so you guys can kind of see what this team's really looking like, and I kind of wanted to talk about what's going to be going on with the actual career modes once Atlanta United actually begins. Atlanta United, as you guys know, the MLS season is going to start in the beginning of March. March 5th, I think, is the actual kickoff date. I know for sure that is Atlanta United's first game. So realistically, the team will get added into the game probably about March 4th, I would imagine, somewhere around there. And we're going to do a whole bunch of series, obviously, with that. The team jerseys and whatnot will be added to Ultimate Team, so we may do something there. Definitely going to be doing a player career mode. I've had a couple comments say that they would like me to play striker. I was kind of thinking the same thing. Obviously, Joseph Martinez kind of maybe puts a little bit of a damper on that, but realistically, as I've been playing with him in these past few games, I've noticed a lot that he's just better off at left wing position, or even left mid for that matter. So I think that's realistically what I'm going to do with him, even if that means I have to go in and actually shift him over to left wing whenever he gets added into the game. Here you see I actually have Jameson on my team, Bradford Jameson the fourth from LA Galaxy on loan currently. I don't remember if I put it on there to actually try to sign him at the end of the season, or at the end of his loan rather, but he's doing incredibly well for me. It was actually this game that he started really scoring like a lot, but in previous games he was grabbing a goal here and there as well. So he's definitely been a good player for us. Like I said, striker is definitely going to be the player position that I'm focusing on in my career mode. And when we do that, obviously in this FIFA, there's only 20 spots in the career mode for MLS. So what I want to ask you guys is, for the player career mode, what team should I take out to put Atlanta United in? Or should I actually do what I'm going to be doing with my MLS Manager Career Mode series, which is actually taking the entirety of the MLS and obviously the two added teams in Minnesota and Atlanta, and then add them into the English League Championship. I think that's the league I'm going to add them into. I may end up doing it in like Germany or Italy or something, or maybe even Spain. But I think that That's the one that I'm actually going to do it in, and that way we can play in the Premier League. It'll make more storylines. It'll make it more interesting, because if you look at YouTube and MLS and everything like that, it's just not a lot of there's not a lot of viewership in just an MLS series, and I think, you know, this will give us a little bit more of, one, a challenge, and two, more longevity in the series, because I do want this Atlanta United career mode to last as long as possible. With the player career mode, we can either do it the same way and put ourselves in the championship and then work our way to the Premier League, stay with the team the whole time, or we can start off in the MLS. We can replace a team like, let's say, Chicago Fire, or, you know, somewhere near the bottom this year, and then just kind of work our way through, try to get maybe a deal with another team, or stay there as long as possible, try to build up Atlanta United any way we can. I'm not too sure. I haven't really decided, so if you guys want to actually leave me a comment down below and let me know kind of what you think, that'll definitely help me out, and it'll allow us to kind of be on the same page here, because I kind of want to do what you guys want me to do as much as obviously pleasing myself. So the other thing that I wanted to hit on is in the manager career mode, I'm definitely, and obviously I'll restate this once the series actually begins, because we're like a month out and who's going to remember, but we're going to keep it around the same realm as MLS, even though we're going to be in the championship. Obviously, I wanted to make it so that that you can't have a ton of international players. Obviously, playing in England, the American thing doesn't matter all that much, because we're obviously faking it, but let's keep it MLS related as much as possible, and try to keep it American players in. So we're going to keep it with the MLS rules. If you guys don't know what that means, we're only going to allow 8 international players. The rest of the team has to be domestic. Obviously, all 8 of those players can be in your starting lineup, or you could have like international youngsters you're building up that are on your bench or whatever, but you have to loan out the players that are international that go over your 8 limit. Obviously the entire league can't follow that rule, because I can't control what the computers do, and I'm not sure what kind of signings they're going to make, especially with them being a championship side and then a Premier League side. So maybe after a couple years, if we're still going into it, then we switch it up and then maybe start signing some other players. But to start out, I definitely want to have the team primarily American, obviously, to try to keep the MLS thing going. So that's definitely what we're going to be doing career mode wise with the manager one. The player one, like I said, I want to know if you guys think I should stay in the MLS, or should I move the league like I'm doing in the manager career mode. With Ultimate Team, what do you guys want to see me do? Do you want me to have the Atlanta United team I obviously have now, and then maybe talk about transfer targets with that and what we're going to do in the future with the team? Maybe I'll use that as kind of like a series where I kind of talk about the most recent events. Once the league actually starts, I will probably be doing some in real life videos. If you guys want those, let me know in the comment section below, because that's definitely something I'm interested in doing. As you see here, just sidetracking to jump back into the gameplay, this is actually in the US Open Cup. We're playing against Seattle Sounders in the first round, and I played probably the weakest side I could, honestly. It's all of my youngsters that I've been signing through youth scouting, and wanted to get a lot of them in, and obviously want to still win the game. So I put Jameson up top, not my number 1 striker, but definitely somebody that had the pace to get us the win, and he managed to grab a goal pretty early on. And this is another reason why I think we should actually move out of the MLS, is because the US Open Cup really, one, isn't the actual US Open Cup, because if you guys know anything about the US Open, it's obviously an open championship that takes all the divisions out of the US and pits all the teams together. Obviously, realistically, most of the MLS teams are going to end up in the round of 16, but at the same time, it's like, okay, out of 20 teams, how does FIFA decide that you're in the top 16? It's completely random, I think, unless they do like the top 8 from each side of the league. I'm not too sure what they really do when it comes to actually picking the top 16 for the round of 16 for the tournament, but that's all I could really think of to make sense, or to like keep it, I guess, consistent, that you're going to end up getting in the league, but it is what it is. It doesn't really make too much sense to me, but I think if we join the Premier League and English League all together, that obviously, you know, we have the EFL Cup and the FA Cup. It'll keep things interesting. Obviously, we'll have a lot of opportunities early on to play Premier League sides. We'll have opportunities, obviously, to play lower league sides as well. And I think it'll just keep it interesting. It'll allow us to play MLS teams as well once we actually manage to make it out of the MLS. So that's why I'm doing it for the manager side of things. Just let me know if you think I should do it for the player career mode side of things as well. Like I said though, so we're going to have in real life videos, we're going to have videos from both career mode perspectives. We're going to be doing games and kickoff and ultimate team just so we can talk about some of the transfer rumors and news going on around the MLS, European football, and then obviously mainly Atlanta United. Here in this game against Orlando, this is the third and final game of the episode. I just wanted to get through one more game, just try to get as many games in. Obviously Orlando being one of the teams that realistically are going to become one of our rivals just by location basically. So this was a game I was definitely interested in, and I had to play a little bit of a weaker side because we did have the game at the beginning of the week. It really didn't waste the energy of too many of my players other than Jameson, but he ended up playing pretty well in the game nonetheless, and they managed to get a pretty cheeky goal to actually bring it back to 1-1, which was a little disappointing because we had been playing really well in this episode. So it's going to go into the second half level pegging here. So anything else I guess I want to touch on before the end of this video? Obviously, like I said, if you guys are excited, subscribe to the channel. You know, let me know what you want to see, what you're most excited about on this channel. If you have any other ideas, let me know. Maybe I could try to grab some other people in the Atlanta area to kind of talk about Atlanta United, talk about MLS, so it's not just me and my opinions all the time. If that's something that interests you, let me know. We actually managed to go 2-1 down in this game, just due to another pretty easy goal for them, and then we line up perfectly for a free kick here, and I'm like, okay, we're gonna get the draw, we're gonna be good. It's only 2 drop points, it's not too bad, it'll keep us in a good position for the league, right? Pulisic actually manages to step up to the position, and you know, I'm like, okay, Pulisic is okay, but really we could probably bring in somebody else, and Peterson has pretty decent free kick abilities as well, and a little bit more curve than Christian does, so we're going to actually bring him in for Christian to take the free kick really, and then the game is just going to come to an end. So hopefully we can grab this goal here. It's kind of my mindset, and just bring this game back to level pegging so that we can only drop 2 points instead of the full 3. So like I said, let me know in the comment section below anything that you guys want to see on the channel. I am totally open to ideas. Anything crazy that you guys have in mind, I am totally down for. Anything FIFA related, PES related, real life videos. Are you going to the inaugural game? Let me know that. Are you a part of a supporter group? Because I'm part of Terminus Legion. So if that's something that interests you, let me know. Maybe I can do some videos with some crazy supporters, because I'm going to be in the supporter section. So the game day videos are going to be pretty crazy, and I'm excited about that. Other than that, that's really going to be it. We managed to miss the free kick there. I haven't been all that great with free kicks in this game. Still trying to really figure it out. Definitely getting better, but still not great. The game ends up ending as 2-1, so we ended up getting a loss in this video, which isn't too bad. If you guys want to see this career mode any further while we're waiting for the team to get put into the game, let me know. Other than that, that's going to be the end of the video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And until the next one, I will see you guys later.